What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Woo! I am juiced up today. I just got the privilege to be the first person outside of the people that built this thing to see the all-new 2026 Cottage 412FWC, and it's FWC, and that's going to stand for Fifth Wheel Cottage. You guys might remember the Destination Fifth Wheel series that I did by Cottage. I mean, that bad boy racked up over 20 million views. So if you guys are not new to my channel, you know exactly what that is. Well, they took all of that feedback and put it into a more couple-friendly floor plan, because a lot of people said that they didn't necessarily need a lot of the features that were on the other one, but they also wanted a little bit of extra space. I am so excited to debut this thing for you. Drop as many comments as you can, and I'm going to update you on a couple things that I've heard are going to be changing. And, you know, we'll go from there. So definitely provide your feedback. But again, it's the 2026 Cottage 412FWC. This thing is so brand spanking new that they don't even have the pricing or the specs out. So as that becomes available, I'm going to put that down in the description, because it should be getting over to a Funtown RV here pretty soon. But hopefully that might pop up on the screen. It might not. It depends on if I can release it once I have all the info or not. But man, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. This thing has a mudroom, functional back area. I mean, this is just such a nice floor plan. And right when you walk in, look at that thing. But you got washer and dryer right there. You have a table. But I mean, man, I wish that there was a place where you could put all of your coats and your shoes right when you walk in the door. What? You got yourself a little bit of a mudroom. How freaking cool is that? We're going to be right back to open up that closet here in a second, but I want to show you this back area. How nice is that? So you're going to notice from the last variation that they had, there's no overhead loft. So if you do want the overhead loft, you know, obviously I'm going to link in that camper as well. So if you're someone more like myself that needs the extra sleeping space, you still have that available option. But I just think this is too cool for school. Now, this is going to be one of the slides. Right now, they put it on a box frame. You see the couch is sitting up a little bit. They are moving that into a flush mount floor. And I've heard that they are going to go ahead and put on a flip-up countertop desk right there as well. But that's really going to be the only two changes, outside of maybe some exterior decals here that I've you know, possibly, I don't know. They haven't really said anything, but I'm just maybe guessing. Judging by the other exteriors are pretty darn wild. But look at that. I like that. Kind of like the plane propeller for the fan. I just think that looks super nice. And I like the woodwork that's up top. A lot of really nice, good natural lighting can come through there. Right now, obviously, we have it in the Dracula mode to stop the old skin from sizzling. But you open that up, you got the thermofoil here on the other side, which I don't know if you can see it there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But it's going to help block out some of that sun. That was also an emergency exit there too as well. Let's see if these side windows open up. They sure do. They're also going to be tinted as well. I like the dark brown wood going around. You also have a little power station right there as well as a cup holder. This sofa also makes a bed, by the way. So, I mean, heck, honestly, you probably wouldn't even need to make up a bed. It's got really everything that you need right there. So the grandkids could probably just plop on down. But it's also going to be directly across from a really nice size TV. There's also room for more TV if you would like it. And I really like the backlighting. This was the same as that other Cottage model on the 25 version. However, I just can't get over the backlighting and the fact there's a mudroom behind it. You have the fireplace to keep you nice and a roasty and a toasty. You know, on a day that's like 40, 45 degrees, that'll heat the entirety of this room. But then also right over here, you got yourself a little kind of a wine drink action little area. And I appreciate them for, you know, decoring this out here for me. But I mean, look at that. You also have the dovetail construction going through this. And we'll get to the kitchen here in just a second. But I mean, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. You have no idea how much it helps me. Not only helps allow my channel to grow, which helps out my family, but it also keeps me invited into this so I can keep bringing you guys kind of the latest and the greatest, which is truly what I love to do. I just think it's so freaking neat that, you know, 4.5 years ago, I started this to help out, you know, in the sales, and now I get to travel around and, you know, do this. It's just really, really freaking cool. It's an honor for sure. So you come back into the mudroom, you got a place for all your hooks. These are also going to be retractable, so that way you don't kind of shoulder check them as you're walking in. And then you're also going to have this right here. They actually did mention, they talked about possibly reworking these doors here as well, just so that way they open up a little bit better. But I mean, heck, I don't know. They open up just fine to me. But maybe they're a little bit more pinkies up. I also like how that's open-ended down there, you know, for some of your shoes and whatnot. So you flip it back around, and now we're going to be in the kitchen, which is pretty much the same. On the other one, you know, you had that half bath right there, but since this is primarily a couples coach, they're going with the one bath, but the bathroom has 2 shower heads, so one on either side, so I can't wait to see what your thoughts are on that. First time I've ever seen it in an RV. That is that's got to be a pretty fun shower to be in, I'll tell you that. Get your honey buns up in there. You got yourself some stainless steel undermounted, or not undermounted bowl. You got like the TikTok sink, so it's the stainless steel, but you have your waterfall, you got your cup cleaner, you got your high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. You also have, I believe, a soap dispenser, and that's how you control the waterfall right there. But you can clean your, you know, your plastic veggies in a hurry. But you also have, you know, the, I mean, that just feels really nice. Just nice all around. So I like the decor being that kind of that, like more like slate gray, and then with the gold handles, I just think it shows up really nice. I mean, I'm not a guy that does too much in the forms of decor, but I think it is really nice. And look at that. I'd probably put my spices in there. But you could even use this for like utensils, kind of like restaurant style. I was at a hotel last night. They had all their plasticware sitting in something just like that. 2 of these pull-out drawers. So one right here, and then obviously, we know one right behind it. But again, well constructed, feels nice and sturdy. On the glides, you can just tell it's a nice setup. You're also going to get the solid surface countertops. So, babe, if you're watching, I love you. And then, you know, you have a residential-sized microwave. The same storage on both left and right. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And I also like how it's all on the... Man, these doors just feel heavy, though. They feel nice. A couple 3-top burner to whip up all the fixins. You got an oven big enough for maybe like a chicken or something, maybe a smaller chicken, a little Cornish hen like my mama used to cook. But then you have storage, you know, on both sides as well. Again, it's going to be the dovetail, and I like how they have this for kind of 2 different layers as well. Let's might as well open up this one to make sure nothing crazy in there. Yeah, there sure is. Nice little knife block, spice racks. You know the works there. The refrigerator is up in travel mode, so I just don't want to show that here at the moment. But you have 610 for the slide height. I'll show you that here when I get back over to Dinette. But this is going to be a 12-volt refrigerator. So if you would like, if you do have solar, most people aren't going to be boondocking in this because it's, you know, it's big, it's bulky, it's probably not fun to tow. But you could run that off of a battery or the solar. But I like that. I think that's pretty sharp. And I like how it kind of two-tones out the wall where they go from the wood to the black. It's just a really nice sharp look. And then right in here is going to be your washer and dryer setup, which is just super slick. All right, so flip it back around here. This is going to be your dinette spacing. Not too much to go over there, but you know, good place to eat, good place to catch a view. I could show you the slide height on this. Again, you know, it's about 6'10". I'm about 6 foot, 6'1" with shoes on or so. So you do get pretty good slide height. Actually, you know what? I think this side's about 6'7". It's going to be this one that's going to be 6'10". So that's why you get the extra. Yeah, okay. So 6'10" over here, probably like, you know, 6'6", 6'7" over there, just so I don't mislead you. But maybe we'll do a quick little thumbnail. I don't know. All right, so we're moving up into the hallway. You have another window here. You're also going to have the breaker box and then your control panel. And I like how they have the manual controls. You got all the different lightings. You got your tank heater, so 12-volt pads onto the tanks. You have all of your different tank levels right there, along with your awnings, you know, and your, you know, slide controls and all that. You also have your 3 different zones right there. So zone 1, 2, and 3. That's going to be living room, kitchen, and bedroom. And I think you guys are going to really like this bathroom. I mean, 1, you get all the space that you need to get dressed and to get ready. But 2, I mean, look at the underlight on both sides. I love the fact that solid surface countertops. I really like this bowl. And I've had a couple comments that people aren't too privy to the bowl, but you can change that out. You do have the Suburban on-demand hot water heater. You also get plenty of storage for all of your towels. 6 pull-out drawers. Again, it's going to be the dovetail. And then access to your plumbing there too as well. You also have the porcelain foot flush throne, which is going to give you plenty of room. You also have a little place where you can hang it down on me. But this bathroom, I mean, how nice is that? You got the 1 shower head. Then you got the 2nd shower head. And they're both the fancy kind. So, you know, you're looking, you could stand in the middle right here as a pretty big round belly fella, and you could have 8 ports of water hitting you all at the same time. Or You know, if you're getting a little funky down at the campground, you got a place for 2 to shower. You know, you're having a good time in the cottage. Pretty darn nice. Head height on that too. Forgot to show you that, I think. The head height on this is sitting at about 6'2" or so, I would say, just for reference on the height. Now, as we head into the bedroom, I think this is a pretty slick and functional bedroom as well. You're going to have your, looks like a queen, possibly king-size bed. I'll have to put that in the description once I figure out the dimensions of it. I'd say it's probably a king. It looks pretty darn big. But windows on both sides, overhead storage with USBs over there as well. I also really enjoy how you have the dresser drawers here up underneath, but you also get really good viewing windows, which are obviously all decked out or darked out right now because they have the rock guard up on the front. But a really cool place. My wife, I definitely guarantee, would have, you know, like a little reading nook central right there. And then you have a dresser drawer. The top 2 are going to be a little bit smaller, and then the bottom 6 are going to be, you know, a little bit larger. You also have the TV that's on an angle here as well. And then your closet is no schlub either. You got the overhead top storage. You also have your hanging closet right there too, your vacuum, and then of course, you know, your opening down there at the bottom. But I mean, what do you guys think? I know we're chugging on through this thing, but again, it's the 2025 Cottage, or 2026 Cottage 412FWC. And man, I think this is incredible. And again, thank you guys for everything that you guys do for me, so that way I can get invited out to stuff like this. Give you another little peek here, you know, as we back it in. But I mean, what do you guys think about that mudroom? How freaking cool. All right, so as they become available, I'm going to go ahead and put the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, including a link to Funtown RV down in the description, so that way you can access some pricing on this bad boy, or possibly even some pre-ordering. But again, this is a destination fifth wheel, and I do like how they went ahead and opted to change that front top, because in there's another variation of the destination fifth wheel, but they have like an overhang, like a little bit of a lip. So while this is not going to be an ideal cruise it down the road every weekend type deal, it is going to be much more conducive to that than some of the other destination fifth wheels. You are going to have the hydraulic front jacks, which is interesting too, and then you have the manual jacks going down the side, but you're also going to get an LP quick connect located right here. And then you also have your dual propane tanks with a switch over. As you open this thing up, you're going to see a very handsome man's camera equipment right there. Wonder who that could be. And then you also have your slide room control right there out here as well, which is nice. And then you can see you got the aluminum frame construction. It's all going to be huck bolted too. So it's not going to be welded in place. You do have the awnings that go all the way across. So although you have a slide out on this side, you do get the dual awnings. I mean, you're looking at what? Probably 40 feet worth of awning. Now it is getting pretty windy, so hopefully it's not blasting your drums out here. Extra wide entrance, and the entrance is into the slide too, which I didn't really notice at the earlier in the day, and I should have mentioned at the beginning. But you have a spare tire that's underneath, and then you're going to get 3 different axles. It does have the road armor suspension, so if you are going to be traveling with this quite a bit, it does have upgraded suspension there for you too as well, just so that way you know. So there's a really good opportunity to see what I'm talking about for that alumifoil on the exterior. You know, really helps out keep out some of that air from that barrier. Heated and enclosed underbelly. Again, it does have the 12-volt tanks that plop on the bottom to really help, you know, keep you using a little bit longer. But you are going to be able to put slide toppers on if you would like. And there is a ladder prep right there to get on top of your roof, so you can check your seals and check your slides every so often. But that's the sewer outlet connection. Give you a little view here up underneath. And then you got your tank poles right there. And then you also get your 50 amp connection, back end of the hot water heater. And then, you know, your docking station. So you're going to get all your hydraulic room controls, your hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, your bypass valves, black tank flush, you know, all that good stuff. And then over here, when you see that vent, that is going to mean that you are going to have your battery box. A little bit of storage there up front. And let's see what we got, baby. Pretty darn snazzy. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Drop some comments, hit that like and subscribe button for me. Again, this is the 2025 Cottage 412FWC. That fifth wheel destination, baby. Meow, 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 meow.